I was crying, I was begging my husband. Things I want to tell men is, when you don't play the leader, then you live in a gap and your wife will fill it in. If you leave my husband, he can invest all of us, me and my children. Men, don't think that you're only the leader. Direct the children. Don't sit down waiting for your wife to take the children to church. The truth is that when both of you create room for division, the children will catch into it. They are very smart. Mommy, I like this your slippers that you're not wearing again. Can I give it to one of my girlfriends? Hello everyone, my name is Obiono. Today, I'll be sharing with you some of my experiences in my 25 years of marriage. Experiences I believe will benefit someone out there, which will help in building a better home, better community. Experiences that will empower us to make sure that our children and future generation are actually positioned for the best. Come with me. One of the first lessons I learned after marriage was, it wasn't planned, but at the end I realized that God was using it to show me who the head is. So after our wedding, we wedded in November, and a few weeks down the line was Christmas. All my life, all I know about Christmas was going to the village. For those of you who know the Easterners, we go home for Christmas. So from 22nd, we were talking about it, but never so seriously. Then by 22nd, oh my God, Christmas was, going home was all in my head. I was crying, I was begging my husband, and he kept encouraging me why we should not go. We need to save the money. We're just starting a new home and so on. And I begged till after Christmas, till after New Year. The lesson I learned from it eventually was that that's the head, and I should listen. Not that the head of the home does not consult his wife, no. But then he has the final say. One of the things I want to tell men is, when you don't play the leader, when you don't give directive, then you live in a gap and your wife will fill it in. And when the wife begins to fill it in, some people will begin to feel that the woman is controlling the man and begin to talk. No, it's because you left a gap. And a typical woman wants to fill a gap. So my husband provided that leadership. He's not a man of many words, but he's able to say, this is the way this family is going, and my job is to. Yes, one other thing I learned early, or we learned early, was to identify our strengths and our weakness. If anybody tell you they don't have a weakness, the person lies. So both of us realize early that this person is strong in this area and the other person is strong in this area, and we choose to magnify our strengths, not our weaknesses. And so you don't find us always referring to our past failures, and we were purposeful, intentional about it. We try to magnify our strengths and build each other up. My husband knows that one of my strengths is how to save. When this money is for this, you will not spend it on something else. Yes. And I know that one of my husband's strengths is identifying investment, how to grow our economy. And when he comes up with that idea, I do my best to say, okay, I trust you with that. And that has helped us to grow. The other thing is that we're able to be vulnerable before each other. If I'm angry, I could cry. And he knows that it's crying that is my way of me keeping quiet. We're able to identify our strength. He knows I can cook. He knows I don't like to drive. And so we're able to identify. It may look simple, but that's the truth. When you know your strengths and your weaknesses, you're able to support each other. And when you don't deny them, sometimes we like to pretend that we don't have a weakness. No, we're all human. Every human has a strength and weakness. And so magnify your strength and make sure that you downplay your weakness so that two of you will be able to grow together. Another area that I believe will be very good for everyone to hear about is conflict management. We learned early to accommodate each other's differences, and we also appreciate that there will always be conflict. No wonder boyfriend girlfriend could last for years without conflict, but in marriage within few days or few weeks or months of marriage, people are already fighting. Don't fight death. Be respectful even when you disagree. Learn to stick to the issue. Don't attack the personality. Talk about the issue and try to address it quickly. Don't let it linger. And learn to forgive even for no reason. I forgive even before you offend me, and that's me. I also know I can offend people, and my husband inclusive. So I learn to. And that's the expectation. And don't mix up issues. That you disagree in this area of life does not mean you will now extend it to every area of life. No. Try to compartmentalize them and leave them, sort them out one by one. Don't muddle things up. And in that way, you probably will be able to make a better relationship. Another area that I learned to keep improving on is how to create room for the family to talk all the time. Children, husband. Naturally women like to talk. So I try to push to make my husband talk. I don't let things, issues be swept under the carpet. I like to talk. And so that has helped our family, to improve our communication skills. We have time every week when we could sit down and talk. Sometimes it's in form of Bible study in a very fun, creative way. My children also comes up with ideas of how to do it. Maybe one of those they will be able to share, some of those home Bible studies that we do in a very fun, creative way. Some of the time it's just straight conversation. We like to talk about sex with our children. Yes, many people don't want to talk about it. But that thing they have not heard from you as a parent, they will hear it elsewhere. The first time that it dawned on me that we need to start talking about this was when my first child was 4 years. Her immediate younger one was just about 2, and they were going to same school. They came back from school. The brother wanted to play, and my daughter was not ready to play. Initially, I felt that boys are always active. You just came back from school, you should, rest. After a while, maybe like 2 hours, the boy came again and said, my sister doesn't want to play with me, and I became worried. So I invited my daughter and said, hey baby girl, come, what's going on? Why are you not playing with your brother? And she said something that shocks me, that I cannot forget till today. And she said, Mommy, I don't want to die. I said, how will playing with your brother make you to die? She said, my friend said that when girls play with boys, they will get HIV and die. Holy Ghost. I was shocked. And I said to myself, really? I was washing in the bathroom. I washed my hand, dried my hand, and I was asking, Holy Spirit, please help me. How do I deal with this? Remember, I'm a pharmacist. But then I was struggling. I had to pray, a quick prayer. And I sat down with her to say, no, not that. I tried to communicate in a way she would understand. But when my husband came back and we talked about it, we realized that we can't wait more. We need to break down even sex education, in a way they will understand it. And so we need communication open. We could talk about their friends. No wonder one of my sons will walk up to me and say, "Mommy, I like this your slippers that you're not wearing again. Can I give it to one of my girlfriends?" We talk about friends. When they were a lot younger, one of them came back from school and said, "Mommy, one girl in my class liked kissing me." I said, "Really? Where? In front of your teacher?" He said, "No. She always pulled me to the to corner where there are flowers and hide to kiss me." It created opportunity for us to talk. So communication, creating room for the whole household to talk, is one of the ways that has helped us. We are not perfect, we are human, but God has helped us and we keep improving. The area that I know that has really helped us is in terms of mutual respect. We learned early to respect one another, respect our various families, yes, and that is very important to us. And above all, we all know that when a wife gives respect to her husband, it looks like that's the best thing the woman can do to the man, while the man loves the wife. So when a man loves the wife, it makes it easy for the woman to respect the husband. And when a woman respects the husband, it makes it easier for the man to love the wife. Now, the confusion is usually who will do what first. Don't wait for him to love you first. Don't wait for her to respect you first. Just go ahead and do yours and see the type of magic that will trigger. I do respect my husband in many ways. I don't talk down on him. I don't talk to him rudely. Not before my children, not outside, not even in the bedroom. I can argue with him when I'm alone. We disagree, but we disagree with respect. And so when we talk about respect, it's not that you don't talk. If anybody married wants you not to talk, I don't think that you're not talking with respect, because you may grow into bitterness if you're not able to express. Another area is around teamwork. Teamwork in all ramifications. Teamwork in the area of financial management, teamwork in the area of raising the children, and so on. So I'll pick a little bit. In the area of leadership, my husband provided leadership all around. He's an investor. He came from a diverse background. I came from a civil service background, so what I knew about was saving money in accounts. But he knew about investment. And he provided that leadership. And that gave us room to have the much we have now. He's well informed, knowledgeable in that area of investment, and he's able to give me his point and direct us. And I also, coming from the area of from the background of civil servant who knows how to save and plan, I also brought that in, and I'm able to say, if you leave my husband, he can invest all of us, me and my children, But he also came to agree with me that yes, we need to save for emergencies and so on. And also because he knows that I don't spend carelessly. I'm not that wife who enters shopping mall and begins to buy what is not on the list. Things get on the list and things are discussed before we buy them. Not to say that once in a while you don't have things that just come up and you buy them, because there is trust. He believed that my decisions at such points will also be good. So he is able to provide that leadership. And again, man, don't think that you're only the leader when it comes to financial decision, big decisions of life. No, be the lead also in your family altar, the spiritual life. Direct the children. Don't sit down waiting for your wife to take the children to church and stuff like that. No, you go together and you organize prayer altar in your own home. In that way, all of you will be able to grow together. So take the lead. Another area that I learned so much about is also bordering on teamwork, but this time is in children upbringing. I learned early in life to always agree with my husband when it comes to children upbringing. So, for instance, when my husband is disciplining the children, I may not necessarily like what he's doing before the children, but I'll reinforce it in front of the children. And when we are behind the doors, closed door, I can then tell him. The truth is that when both of you create room for division, the children will catch into it. They are very smart. They know who they can play, and so they can cash into it. And who will lose at the end? The child, the whole family actually, not just the child. Because it makes sense that both of you agree so that all of you will be a team. When you're able to achieve that, you find out that these children will be more stable. When they're younger, they like to play such games. They want to try to see who they can get more ice cream from. But if both of you had agreed that there will be no ice cream, then there is no game. Yes. So that the child will not at some point say my mommy is better than my daddy is better than I think my children don't have that favorite. They know that both of us always agree. Because when you come to me, I want to check with my husband. When you go to my husband, he wants to check with me, and so on. And that has helped us to bring up, relatively by God's grace, that we can give a set and say that our children are balanced. We now have 4 beautiful young adults and teenagers as our children, and we give God the glory. Yes. Another thing I know will be very important for us to talk about is sex. Sex is one key area that many husband and wife do disagree about. I learned how to manage sex. Yes. I came into the marriage with the impression that when I sleep, I like to sleep. Nobody wakes me up. So I learned over time that that's not the way it works for men. So I began to negotiate my time so that I will not every day keep telling him, oh, I'm tired, I have a headache, my body is failing me. No man wants to hear that. So I learned, it's something you learn. Learn to negotiate your time. Again, the way a man views sex is different from the way a woman views sex. So it's also good we understand that. And maybe this is good for men. Men can switch on to sexual mood in a second, unlike a woman. So man, you want to have sex with your wife today, begin to do some nice thing from morning, from office, send her a nice text message, toast her, buy her, just be good. When you come back, enter the kitchen with her, help her do some stuff, show her love. Women are more moved to sexual, appetite when they feel you love them. Men are moved when they see beautiful sight for them. So woman, create a beautiful night atmosphere. Have a good shower. Do some beautiful, smell good, and that will be good for your husband. And for men, do some good things, do some assignment before you come back. Don't just come and punch on the woman. She's not a punching box. There is something you need to understand about the differences between the two of you, and when both of you have understood that, then it will work. And please, women, don't weaponize sex. It has never worked and it does not work. Thank you.